Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting question that many people ask. Why do cancer cells love glucose so much? And why glucose? Why not fat or protein? So to understand this, we first need to see how normal cell use glucose. So in normal cell, glucose enters the cytoplasm and goes through a very organized pathway called glycolysis, followed by the Krebs cycle and the oxidative phosphorylation. So glucose is broken through glycolysis to form pyruvate, and in between glucose to pyruvate, there are multiple intermediate steps that I'm not going to discuss over here. And this happen inside the cytoplasm under aerobic condition, means in the presence of oxygen, and this pyruvate enter inside the mitochondria and it goes through the TCA cycle and oxidative phosphorylation and ultimately producing carbon dioxide, water, and 32 ATP per molecule of glucose. So, in a simple term, a normal cell burns glucose slowly and efficiently, like a long distance car that gives a huge mileage. Now, let's understand what happens inside cancer cell. But cancer cells behave very differently. Even if oxygen is present and mitochondria are available, cancer cells do not send pyruvate into the mitochondria efficiently. Instead, they convert pyruvate into lactate right in the cytoplasm. This means cancer cells prefer aerobic glycolysis. That means a fast but inefficient pathway, and through this process they produce only 2 ATP per glucose, which is extremely low if we are comparing with the normal cell. So in a simple analogy, think of a cancer cell like a car stuck in first gear. It burns fuel very quickly but doesn't get much mileage. So the question becomes, if this method produce so little energy, why would cancer cell choose it? And that's what we will explore next. Now that we understand the basic difference between the normal and cancer cell metabolism, let's answer the key question, like why do cancer cells need so much glucose? So there are three major reasons. So reason one is the Warburg effect, fast but inefficient energy production. So cancer cell grows rapidly and divide continuously, and their priority is speed, not efficiency. So aerobic glycolysis means in the presence of oxygen, it is a quick way of producing energy even if the yield is very low, as we have already seen in my previous slide. So cancer cells take a huge amount of glucose to compensate it. Coming to the reason 2, glucose is not just a fuel, it provides a building block. Like glucose helps cancer cell make the component they need for their growth: DNA, lipid, protein, and all cell membrane. So glucose act like a construction material, not just energy. Coming to reason 3, cancer cell increase glucose transporter. So as we can see, there are lot of glucose transporter receptor over here, and especially GLUT1. This allows them to pull in glucose much faster than normal cell, and it is almost as if they install more door on their surface to grab more sugar from the bloodstream. So in the summary, cancer does not love sugar emotionally. They depend on it because they grow fast, divide fast, and use a shortcut energy pathway that require a lot of glucose. Now let's meet the scientist who helped uncover this fascinating behavior. First, in 1920s, the scientist named as Otto Warburg observed that tumor cell consumed far more glucose than surrounding normal tissues, and this was the first major clue that cancer had a very different metabolic profile. So, in the 1929, another scientist known as Herbert Crabtree expanded Warburg findings and showed that different tumors have a different level of glycolysis and respiration. This means metabolism in cancer is heterogeneous. Not all tumors behave the same way. So again, Otto Warburg later proposed that cancer cells rely on aerobic glycolysis because their mitochondria are dysfunctional. Although now we know that mitochondria are in cancer not always defective, still Warburg observation was so revolutionary. In the 1970s, another scientist known as Ephraim Racker formally named this phenomenon as the Warburg effect, and he also pointed out that tumor do retain some respiratory capacity. That means the shift to glycolysis is a strategic adaptation, not a complete mitochondrial shutdown. So together these scientists shaped our understanding of cancer metabolism and helped explain why cancer cells depend so much on glucose. So that is the overall story behind why cancer cells love so much glucose. So it's not just about energy, it's about speed, survival, and biosynthesis. So understanding this metabolic shift has helped scientists develop diagnostic tools like PET scan and explore new therapeutic strategies targeting tumor metabolism and so on. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video with another science story. Till then, bye and take care.